All right, hello, Five Links team. As you guys may or may not know, this is actually a magazine that is on newsstands right now. I think starting this week, these magazines are in all of your Barnes and Noble locations, all right, in the business section. This magazine is called Your Business at Home, and this is actually a cover-to-cover feature on the Five Links business. Inside, you have stories about the Platinum Senior Vice Presidents. It's just a great magazine. It's a phenomenal peaking tool. So my suggestion to everybody is to go out and get as many of these as possible, even if you only can get 2 or 3. This is great to keep in circulation. All right, so before we get into how you peak with this, the first thing I want to tell you guys is a technique that we were taught at Train the Trainer, which is how to label these magazines. This is exactly the way you should label it. First off, you should buy Avery labels. All right, as a matter of fact, I'm going to kind of go out here into my living room real quick because I actually have the package out here. Okay, now hold on. Now the package that you want to use is, and this is the one I used, the friendly address labels. I actually got this one from Walmart. Okay, got it from Walmart. You know, and you guys can read, but basically this is the one that I got. Now, what I did was I used a very basic format, and this is the format we were taught to use at Train the Trainer. Your name, phone number, and email. Now, I got creative with the phone number, but basically a name, a phone number, and an email. Now, your phone number, this could go to you, but a lot of times people are going to want to be forwarded to a voicemail system. All right, so I actually have one recorded at that, and you guys can actually call that number to hear how it sounds, okay? And if you guys kind of want tips on how to create one of those, it's pretty simple. All I used was Google Voice, and it's free, okay? So, again, this is the magazine. Now, you want to put this label, again, your name, phone number, and email. You don't put your website. Do not put your RIN. Do not put any other information. You want to keep it simple. Name, phone number, and email address. You want to put a label on the front. You want to put a label, the same label on the back. Inside the magazine, you have a jacket with the DVD. You want to put one on the jacket. And then you actually want to put one on the DVD. There's actually one on the DVD. I pulled it out, put the label on it, and put the DVD back in. And as a bonus, I'm also putting in my business card, only because, you know, I'm super thorough. This is optional. Basically, so you're going to want to use 4 labels. 1, 2, front, and back. All right, each magazine should have 4 labels. That's how you label a magazine. So, for instance, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to leave this magazine in high trafficking areas. The best places to leave magazines like this are places like car dealerships, especially your luxury car dealerships. You want to leave them, you know, at country clubs, places like that, because these magazines typically have about a 12-month shelf life. So you want to leave these magazines out, keep them in circulation. Of course, you also want to use these as peaking tools. So for instance, here's the peak. Let's say you have your doctor, friend, family, relative, whoever, or someone who just simply doesn't have a lot of time to come out to a presentation. You know, in conversation with them, you want to say, hey, look, you know, I found this, you know, and I'm actually just starting out in this business. I want you to tell me what you think about this. All right, I want you to give me your opinion. As a matter of fact, there's another doctor. Let's say you're talking to a doctor. There's another doctor who I want to show this to, but before I show this to him or her, I wanted to show it to you first. Do you think you could take a look at it and maybe I could pick it up from you either tomorrow or the next day? All right. The reason why you want to use that language, number one, you don't want to give it to them for an indefinite period of time because they won't value it as much. If you're like, here, take a look at it, they'll probably sit it somewhere, maybe take a quick browse, and they'll be like, they'll put off to the side. But if you specifically tell them, number one, I'm going to show another doctor this. This is something that a lot of doctors are doing well in. If you look at the story of the Kimbros, they're also doctors, or let's say they're lawyers. You could say, well, you know what, they talk about Barry Johnson in this, or if they're a teacher, you're like, look, there's a woman named Tashina Pettiford in this business, you know what I mean, who is a teacher. You want to know the stories of the professionals, but basically you want to give this to someone for 24 to 48 hours. Then when you pick it up from them, all you simply say is, do you see an opportunity for yourself? All right. So this is a powerful peaking tool. Again, with labels, name, phone number, email address, 4 labels per magazine, front, back, then on the DVD cover, then on the DVD itself. All right. And again, keep these in circulation, get as many as you can, and let people know, like, look, this magazine is at Barnes & Noble right now, today. All right. So with all that said, you guys, I encourage you to get your own magazine. The lifestyles in here are updated, and you guys, this is a great issue. Best of luck. Use these, because best believe I'm using mine. Take care.